Good morning, Mandal. Today topic is relative density. Relative density is the parameter that comparing the volume of reduction achieved from the compaction to the maximum possible volume reduction. So that means relative density it will be the looser state and denser state. Okay, the relative density is called if looser state means some gap will be there. Like example, gravel, sand, like that is the gap. Okay, one particles to another particle gap will be there. In a denser state means it will be combine all particles, that is like clay soil. Okay, these are all the pictures we can show looser state and intermediate state and denser state. See here, after compaction, first looser state without compaction, next after compaction likely the intermediate state, and then heavy compaction it will be denser state. Okay, that is will be a clay soil. So this is the difference between the relative density. We are finding the volume reduction. Okay. So next one, this is a formula for relative density, E max minus E divided by E max minus E mean. So relative density index usually percentage, E is equal to inch to void ratio, E max is looser state, E mean is denser state. So these are all the formulas. So granular soil qualitatively described the relative density is how much soil deposit, 0 to 15% very loose, and 15 to 50 loose, and 50 to 70 medium. So these are the soil deposit, and 70 to 85 dense, very dense, 80 to 80, 85 to 100 very dense. So 70 to 85 dense, 85 to 100 is very dense. The use of relative density has been restricted to granular soil because of difficulty to determining Emax. Okay, what is mean by Emax? See here, Emax is the looser state. So Emax in a clay soil, liquidity index, and fine grain soil similar to density index, relative density in granular soil. Okay. So these are all the remarks. Relative density. Relative density is a naturally soil is very strong. Affect its engineering behavior. Okay. The range of value relative density may vary from minimum of 0 for very looses of soil to the maximum of 100% for denser soil. Okay, because of the irregular size, shape, granular particle, it is not possible to obtain a zero volume of voids. Do you remember well graded as poorly graded? Later we will see that about that well graded, poorly graded. Okay, these are all the procedures determining the maximum, minimum dry unit weight granular soil. Okay, now. So this is a relative density. See here the picture of the relative density. Okay. The relative density is a void ratio along not sufficient character of our engineering property. Okay, two soil sample is there. Void ratio may contain very different pore size. Okay, and pore size distribution probably better parameter correlate with the engineering property. So this is a two relative density. So relative density, as I tell, natural soil deposit is very strong. Okay, effect of engineering behavior. Consequently, implement. They are conducting various laboratory tests for a relative density. Okay, this is the core cutter method to determine the bulk density. Okay, measure the dry mass of total volume. Dry mass of total volume, that is the MD by V. Okay, the cylinder metal they are using and the soil sample they will remove in that core volume of core. Okay, after that they will oven dried 105 degree and remove non-structural soil water and mass remaining constant. Usually they will kept 24 to 48 hours. So see this procedure core cut method. They taking the soil sample and undisturbed soil sample. They 105 degree they will using. That is the volume of cylinder formula. Okay, dry mass sample they will keep in that 105. After heating, after oven 105 degree Celsius. So this is a core cutter method, one of the example. Okay, what we are doing, we remove the unwanted soil in that core cutter method. Okay, same as well we have to fill up the 7-up bottle. That is one of the example of core method. So this is the excavation method, sand funnel method. Quantity of soil excavated in the field, dried 105 degree weight. Volume of determined filling the excavated hole with a well defined standard sand volume per unit mass using the sand funnel method. Okay, so this is the one type of method. Quantity of soil excavated in field, we are excavate the soil and heating 105 degree of dried 105 degree, and take the weight and volume. You have to determine how much volume it will be hold. Okay, and whether it is well defined sand or not, and volume per unit mass, how much, that is you can find out in the sand funnel method. So these are all the different testing of soil methods. Soil excavation, after excavating, these are all the methods very useful: core cutter method and sand funnel method, rubber balloon method. Okay, so this method volume to determine the inserting the balloon. What they will do, they insert the balloon in the excavation and filling with water and other fluid, that is the density. Okay, how much density you can find out, that is the water tower with scale and valve. They will open the valve. Okay, we can find out the excavation of rubber balloon method. Next one, engineering classification of soil. So engineering classification of soil, we can identify the whether it is after sieving the, we can get the sand, gravel. So like that we can get in this engineering classification. Like that we can get in the engineering classification of soil. Okay, so see here, purpose of engineering classification: classification of soil into groups or subgroups with similar engineering behavior. Classification system were developed in terms of symbol indices, GST of symbol indices, and plasticity. Okay, we can find out liquid and plasticity. These classification provide geotechnical engineer with the general guidance about engineering property of soil through the accumulated experience. Okay, simple indices GSD means that is the plasticity, and like that we can find out, and liquid limit, plastic limit. So these are all the classification we can do estimate the engineering property and achieving the engineering purpose. So this is the overview. Two system classification: pedological classification, soil weathering, texture chemistry, profile thickness. So this you have to check in this earth structure, complete earth structure, how the underground of the soil will be there, how the texture shape will be there. Okay, how the profile thickness. Okay, next condition, engineering classification, soil texture. Okay, and degree plasticity, Atterberg limit, that is the liquid limit, plastic limit. After adding the water, how it will be the react of the soil, that we can identify in this test. Okay, so this is the texture shape of underground of the soil particles. This is the SEM means scanning electron microscope. These pictures SEM denoted scanning electron microscope. We can analyze the underground of the soil structure. After this much gap underground of soil is there, means what will happen, this is a fall down of the car in road, and this is a failure of apartment in our Chennai or some other areas, they are fall down this one. So these are the some reasons it will be act on the due to without checking the soil they are constructing, means this will happen in our country. So if I ask one question, if they ask customer, if they ask me this type of question, means if I give 1 bag of 1 kg soil taken from under construction site, ask you the following questions. So if you are going any consultant or any geotechnical consultant, if you are meeting me, these are the questions we have to ask. What is the most basic classification of soil? What are the methods, soil gradation and grain size of distribution? How do you define the soil types, clay, slit or slant, how you are defining, and calculate D10, D30. What is mean by D10, D30, D6 means that is the particle size. Okay, particle size distribution. Okay, soil using sieve analysis, calculate the both Cu and Cc, that is the coefficient of soil and the coefficient of consolidated cohesion of soil. So in this we can identify the poorly graph or well graded soil, liquid limit, plastic limit. How do you define these terms? Okay, these are all the questions we can see in this today class. Okay, so sieve analysis means what? What is mean by sieve analysis? This test is performed to determine the percentage of different grain size and contained within a soil. Okay, the mechanical or sieve analysis performed determine the distribution of coarser, larger size particle, and a hydrometer method used to determine the finer particle. Okay, now we can identify the coarser particle and finer particle. And significant, what is the significant? The distribution different grain size affect the engineering properties of soil. The grain size analysis provide the grain size distribution, and it is required classification of the soil. So for example, in our home, if it is soil without sieving, directly we can plastering means what will happen, it will be the some rough surface will be there. So that's why we are using the sieve analysis. That is the one of the reason. If you directly we can't plastering in our building, so we have to sieve the analysis. So we have to sieve the sand. So after sieving the sand only we can get the finest particle and smooth surface of our building. Okay, these are all the main reason we are studying the sieve analysis, and we can also we find out the zone. Okay, which type of sand, which is zone we are using. Okay, so for different state, different zone will be there. Okay, so for that reason only we are analyzing the sieve. After sieving we can find out the zone also. So these are all the separated soil group, major soil group. One is cohesive soil, another one is granular soil or cohesionless soil. So already I tell about the cohesive soil. What is meant by cohesive soil? These are all combined particles, some dense particle. For example, dense is not dense state. Denser state is the cohesive soil. Okay, now clay, slit, sand 0.002 and 0.075. These are all the cohesive soil. Granular soil or cohesionless soil means gap will be there. That is the looser state. Gravel, cobble and boulder. These are all the different major soil group. Fine grain soil and coarse grain soil. We are separating the major soil groups. Okay, and these are all the soil particle size classification. Okay, less greater than 2 gravel, 2 to 0.006 means sand, 0.06 to 0.002 means slit, less than 0.002 means clay. So these are all the different. MIT they analyzing, name of the organization they analyze is grain size. Different countries they are analyzing these sizes. Okay, grain size distribution. Okay, to know the relative properties of different grain size, we have to know the different grain size particle. Okay, and factor influencing the geotechnical characters of coarse grain soil, not important for fine grain soil. So this is a grain size distribution. Coarse grain soil by sieve analysis, fine grain soil by hydrometer analysis. So this is a sieve shaker. We can after sieving we can analyze the sieve, how much retain, how much passes. We can analyze in this sieve shaker. Okay, hydrometer analysis means we can finest particles. We can adding, if you are adding the water in the soil, so how much finest particle deposit in this hydrometer analysis we can identify. So this is the sieve setup. See here, this is the sieve number also they given. So after sieving we can able to see gravel is there, sand is there, and fine is there. These are all the sieve numbers. So based on the sieve numbers, we have to how much retain, how much passes we have to note on in the sheet. Okay, this is why reason we are using this. So if you are directly get sand, we can paste the plastic means in that gravel also will be there. Small gravel will be there. So for that reason only after sieving we can get all those things. So this is the sieve setup. So these are all the sieve numbers. Okay, so sieve designation is the inch. Okay, large size. Okay, large size opening is there. Okay, next one, sieve designation smaller sieve. That is according to number of opening per inch. Okay, no, 10 opening per inch. So this is a sieve inside the sieve setup. So this is a sieve means inside the sieve it will be like this. So inside the sieve it will be like this. The number of opening 10 opening per inch. Okay, na, smaller opening. So see what is the sieve procedure. Write down the weight of each sieve as well as the bottom pan to be used in analysis, and record the weight of the given dry soil sample. So you are sieving now. After sieving each sieve number you have to wait, and make sure that all sieves clean and assemble them in the ascending order. Sieve numbers. Okay, you have to order wise you have to keep the sieve. Okay, and place the sieve stack, and mechanical sieve shaker will be there. In our laboratory is there mechanical sieve shaker. In this we can keep in order all sieves, and we can sieve the sand. Okay, and then after shaking the sand 10 minutes. Okay, we have enough for 10 minutes. Up to 10 minutes it will be shaking. So after 10 minutes we have to remove that shaker, and then we have to wait the each sieve. Okay, this is the sieve procedure. See the sieve procedure how it is there. Okay, so these are after sieving each sieve they are taken weight. Okay, now first initially